Hi, my name is Colin, and I'm a software developer for Docker Labs. And working for Docker Labs means I get to experiment with all of the cool new AI, LLM agent stuff that's coming out. So one of the things I get to do is I get to see what works and what doesn't work. And one of the really cool things that seems to be working great right now is this new model context protocol by Anthropic. And so the model context protocol, even though Anthropic isn't open source, the model context protocol is, and this lets really anyone work with it and basically extend LLMs. I'm going to show how the model context protocol works, what it is. I'm also going to show how Docker takes this, game-changing technology and then levels it up even once more. So without further ado, let's get into Claude Desktop. Right now, this is one of the biggest, MCP clients because Anthropic is the author of the model context protocol. So one thing you might want to ask an LLM is like, can you tell me what the docker.com homepage looks like? And so if I were to ask you, or really anyone with a web browser, this question, it would be really easy. But unfortunately, the LLM can't really help us. And so this is where the MCP protocol or MCP comes in. Okay, so now I have Claude Desktop running, but this time I've added some MCP tools. And so this is one MCP server called Puppeteer. And that MCP server runs a web browser in the background. And so what I'm going to do is ask the same question is, what does the docker.com homepage look like? And this time it's going to say, oh, I see that I have this MCP server available and I see I have the tool for the job. And so with the user's consent, they can allow these tools to run. And now that the LLM has the tools for the job, at the end of this session, we are going to get a thorough description of the Docker homepage, as well as the screenshot that it got back. And so as you can see, the MCP totally changes the game with what LLMs can do. And this works with not just Claude, but other model providers as well. But for right now, this is the best one. So one of the awesome things about working at Docker is that we get to collaborate with companies to make the experience better for all of their users. So one thing you're going to see is if you go to the model context protocol servers, these are officially maintained by Anthropic. And what we've done together is when you select one of these MCP servers, you're going to see the way you do it with npx, assuming you have node.js installed, but you're also going to see the way to do it with Docker. And all you need installed for this is Docker Desktop, whereas with this you might need npm as well as all of the dependencies for this Puppeteer MCP server installed. And if you're familiar with Puppeteer, you know that it's not as easy to install as npx-y. Sometimes that doesn't work. And so with Docker Desktop, we've already put in the hard work to make this run in a container, and now anyone can run that. And another cool thing is that we've also taken these official MCP servers and we've published them as part of our MCP namespace. So all you need to do is, for these MCP servers, find the server you want to use, and you can just put it in your Claude config like so. I've done it with Puppeteer. And so instead of having to have Node, npx, a specific version of Node, and all of these dependencies installed, I just need Docker Desktop installed and I can use this Puppeteer prompt.